Well, Newcastle United back on the road again. It's a trip to West Ham for Monday night football, and really, if we're being totally honest, the results have not been too kind to Newcastle over the weekend. Slipped from 6th place to 9th. Always going to happen after Newcastle's sort of rocky patch, but I think really tonight is a massive opportunity to get back in touch with those Champions League places. Forget the Carabao Cup final for a minute. Newcastle season really, in terms of finance, will be judged on if they can get in the Champions League or not. And tonight, 3 points would put Newcastle right back in with a shout of that. So that's the opening line on this trip down to London. Lots of fans following. 3,000 Newcastle fans heading to the London Stadium tonight. They'll get a little bit of a warm-up for Wembley in terms of getting behind the team, but ultimately Newcastle tonight looking for those 3 points at West Ham. So on the walk up to the London Stadium, and yeah, it's a big game for Newcastle this, but I think it's worth reflecting as we are making this walk up to the stadium. West Ham's own move not that long ago when they left Upton Park for London Stadium to be their new home certainly gets the mind ticking away when you think about Newcastle United, the situation they could be in, potentially leaving St James's Park, locking it up and moving to a big new stadium. I know there's obviously a few differences with this ground, but it's worth considering. Once you go, you ain't going back, and that's one that Newcastle fans and the club need to think about very carefully. So it's all about PSR opportunities, and this is the scene outside the London Stadium now, where yeah, you can get whatever you want. But the atmosphere, I guess, for West Ham fans will never be the same. Well, Newcastle United back in the London Stadium to face West Ham. It's a fixture that's been kind of Newcastle down the edge. They've only lost once here, which was back in 2019, but tonight gives them an opportunity to get back in touch with those Champions League places. Wasn't the greatest of weekends in terms of results. Newcastle have slipped from 6th to 9th. They do need to get back in touch with those top 5 or 6 clubs. The Champions League race is going to be very tight, probably going to go right to the wire, but tonight is an important game for Newcastle. They need momentum going into Wembley on Sunday against Liverpool. They need a bit of confidence, and they just need to get that feel-good factor built back up again after a few rough results. But this is where 3,000 Newcastle fans tonight will be going crazy behind that goal in the Trevor Brooking stand, and Newcastle will be looking to upset the home team here this evening in the capital. Well, an absolutely vital win for Newcastle United here at the London Stadium. A goal in the 63rd minute from Bruno Guimaraes just poked it home right in front of those Newcastle United fans, 3,000 of them travelling from the northeast today. And yeah, what a night they've had here. It wasn't the prettiest game, it wasn't the most entertaining match, but Newcastle United picked up a vital victory here. It puts them back up to 6th place, it puts them back in touch with the Champions League places. But more importantly, it just eases the nerves ahead of Sunday, in which is going to be a huge occasion for these players, and that will do them the world of good given everything that's gone on in the last few weeks. They've had a rocky patch, hopefully they've emerged from it. Newcastle will head to Wembley in good spirits. Doesn't make it any easier against Liverpool, but believe me, getting a big win here tonight at the London Stadium will do their confidence every little bit of good tonight. And the players, you could see them enjoying it, you could see the relief almost oozing out of those players at the end. Newcastle have picked up a big win here at West Ham, and now they head to Wembley in great spirits.